What's up, guys? And in today's video I have a cool find that I got at yesterday at a hobby shop near me. It's a vintage unboxing, obviously, as you can see. I also got one more cool thing. It's over that way on the track, but I'll get to that in a second. This is probably the coolest thing that I got. I got it for, I think it's $20 something at my local hobby shop, but try something cool, I guess you could say. I'm going to try and pull it out of the box through here with my 1666. It worked and it didn't work, but there it is. It's the NYC 3464 operating boxcar. Right now, it isn't really working because I taped it, and it's also just not so my issue is that it's not closing. Like when I put this arm back, it doesn't stay shut. So I taped it back there, if you can see that. I don't know if you can, but I taped it so then it won't constantly be opening when it's running across the track. Fair warning, it doesn't look as bright of an orange when it's off camera. Like on camera, it looks a lot more bright of an orange, but that's just not the case in real life. If you're wondering what engine this is the 1666 Lionel. I think it's a Berkshire, and don't quote me on that with a wrong tender. I know it's the wrong tender, but it's the most powerful post-war engine, I thought, and it kind of matched. So let's get to the next thing. Alright, so the next thing that we have is this. It's the Lionel Line 6017 post-war caboose from 1951. This caboose is just kind of a bare bones one that I got also yesterday. I think it was $20. Not bad deal for this. I was hoping to find a lighted one, but I just couldn't. I've looked online; they're pretty expensive. For $20, I thought it was kind of a steal. Let's go into more detail on these in just a second. Alright, guys, so here they are, the 6017 and the 3464. These are both classic post-war icons that I feel like most people should definitely have both of these. The operating car is just so cool. I have a State of Maine, I think it is, car, but it's nothing like this one. This one's a lot more iconic in my opinion. This one's also a lot older than the State of Maine car, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, so we have the State of Maine car, just in case any of you guys were wondering the differences between these two. The only difference I can spot is obviously it's a little older and it's a little smaller lengthwise than the State of Maine car. Obviously different paint scheme. They have the same trucks and same couplers, except this one has the arms here that don't always work. If I can get this back in there, yeah. Sometimes they don't always work, and they don't always like clip in. A lot better with the newer ones. I envy Lionel for that now, but I still like the older ones because they were all operating. If you got the cheaper Scout sets, then they weren't operating. But if you got like the little bit more expensive ones, and you got like this car, they have operating couplers. I'll show examples of that. But the State of Maine car is a little different than the New York Central car because, as you can look under here, there's no plunger. It's all magnetic in here. I mean, this is magnetic, but it's a little easier because it has this thing on here. So if you want to test it, it's a little easier. Just slides open like that. And what happens is if you put it under a remote uncoupling track like mine on the layout, you can get it to swing open. Same with this one. It's not working though. Don't know why. I'll try and fix it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on video because I don't know if I'll be able to. But just keep that in mind that this one is not functioning right now. It's just a regular state. It's just a regular NYC boxcar for right now. I still think it looks kind of sharp as just a regular boxcar without it operating. But I'll show you the operating couplers, and I guess I'll just show you the State of Maine car operating. So I thought that would just make this clear. If you're going to use a remote uncoupling track, if you've never used one, because I know there's a lot of new people in the hobby, what you're going to do is throttle most of the way up, maybe not all the way. And then what you're going to do next is go over to your remote section. As you can see, I added a little shelf here, so then it's a little easier to access things. It's pretty sturdy, and then I got this latched in. So what you want to do is look over there, and when you press, for some reason it's on uncouple. I guess the magnets are way stronger in uncouple than unload, but if you press that, it opens up. I'll show you the couplers now. Okay, so for couplers, it's the same exact deal, except you have to put the magnets of the couplers on over the little magnet piece. I'll show you. But that's about it for those, and then I'll show you those ones over there. Show you those working. Alright, so we've got this one on the track. You can see that one works flawlessly. And then if you go move it over here. And then it's fine if you have it a little bit off of the remote uncoupling track, because it'll pull the coupler and it'll pull as long as your wheels are oiled and not really they don't produce a ton of friction, it'll usually pull the car toward where the magnet is. Alright, once again, it's just the same process for this one. This one only has one operating coupler. There is no coupler on the back. I think that's standard for most cabooses in the post-war era. I'll show you guys more detail in just a second. Alright guys, so what you're going to expect on a New York Central, the 3464, is the metal trucks. If you're newer to the hobby, you'll be used to plastic trucks like these ones, which were produced all the way through the MPC era, all the way to now. Excuse me. These have operating couplers. Some of these are really weird. They don't have operating couplers on some of them. There's like plastic ones that you can't even open. I'm not going to go into describe that. It's a separate video itself. But what you can expect is a bright orange. Well, it's a little darker orange, but black doors that open. He's in there. If yours works, he pops out just like the State of Maine car that I have. Over here, not much more detail, just kind of molded and stuff. The shell is obviously plastic. They weren't producing metal shells right then. That was more in the 30s and 20s, I believe. On this side, you have just your standard side. Same exact side as the other, except this is the back side of the operating dude. Same lettering, I believe, over here. This side, you have a little wheel, and it actually does move. Then you just got the operating couplers there. See, there's no, if you turn it over, there's no latch to pull it down. You have to pull on, I like to pull right on this little tab here. It's a little tricky to do with one hand, but you'll get it eventually. See, just like that. It's harder to do on track, but it's the only solution I have right now besides getting another uncoupling track, which I might actually do. Let's move on to the top. It's not much different. Just you've got the little walk here. They put a surprising amount of detail into these then, even though if you average out inflation, because you know we all know that's insane right now, it's the same price basically. You can get them a little cheaper than their retail price because they're obviously used and stuff, but like if you average out today's sets with those sets, it's about the same. It's about 500 to it ranges from like $300 to $500 for a pretty decent set. They all have Lion Chief now, or you can step it up a notch and go like $1,200 for a legacy set, which I have no intentions of doing. I'm getting only semi-scale for right now. Let's move on to the caboose. Okay, moving on to the caboose now. Right off the bat, you can see that this has plastic trucks, unlike the NYC car we just looked at. This one is a little bit more lacking in detail because it came in their starter sets. You can see that it's missing ladders here. You can see where it would slide in right there. It's missing, I don't say it's missing, but it's not equipped with a back coupler. Handrails are metal. It does wobble quite a bit. I don't know if that's normal or not. Lionel lines 6017 on both sides. Same on the front here. You can see where the metal and rail would go, the ladder. Once again, metal handrails. I believe this might have been in a flood, because if you look at the coupler, it's like really corroded on that one piece. And then if you look underneath, it's like really rusted under there. Don't know if you guys can see it very well, but yeah, that's not a main issue. It's not a big issue. I just had to lube it up quite a bit, and it works fine if you press down on the tab under here. This one has a little tab rather than the plate. If you want to remove the shell, all you have to do is pry these tabs up, which are the handrails that are attached to the frame. So you just pry those tabs up, and you can just lift the shell out. Because I had to clean the shell yesterday because it was really dirty. But roof detail, you can see where the smokestack went for other ones. There was a actual smoking caboose in the post-war era. I know it's extremely rare now and really expensive to find. It'd be cool to have. I don't really know if I need it though. I like these older style maroon cabooses. I just think they look good in freight trains. I think it matches pretty well with the NYC car. If you put them together, I think it looks pretty sharp. I mean, they, like any other real railroad car, they aren't the same height, but I think they look great together. So I've been looking for this Lionel Lines caboose because of my 1615 switcher that I just restored. Don't know if you guys saw that video, or short, because I didn't make a video on it, because I didn't really know why I was doing it or what was wrong, so I just did it and I ended up fixing it, thank goodness. The NYC car, I found digging through a bin at my local hobby shop. Found it in there. I found both of these. I found this one on a shelf. I found this one in a bin full of the original white milk car, operated milk car, and a Sunoco tank car, and a Scout tender. Didn't really have interests in any of those besides the Sunoco tank car, but those are pretty easy to find anywhere. It was also pretty damaged, so I didn't really want to take that. If it was missing chunks off the shell. This was probably the best condition in there. The only operated milk car I have right now is this one, and I redid the wires into there, so they're not original. It doesn't work too well. I think the motor's gone bad in it. That one's from the 50s, 57, I think. So, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't really match the time period of these though. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been ages since I've posted, and I really do apologize. I've been caught up in school. Family stuff's been going on. So I hope you guys can forgive me. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.